Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single-player playthrough. Yes. So, if you may remember last time, we had built this nice train ramp here, this ramp or slope, whatever you want to call it. We got a rail slope going down to the swamp biome down there. Also, we had spent many hours, but got a train station fitted into this space. 5-car train, picking up Sam ore. So we've got, or Sam. Sorry, it's not Sam ore. It's just Sam. But yeah, picking up Sam. Yep, got it all coming into here via this miner, and then if we zoom in here, this miner and this miner as well. So we've got what was it, 1380? We got 1380 coming in to this this train station here to pick up just Sam, and then we're going to eventually make a new factory for Sam to make the reanimated Sam and the Sam fluctuators over here. This is our future Sam factory in this spot. So, plus we do have a Sam node over here as well that we can pull from, and whatnot. So, yeah, just one of the things that we had gotten done last time was this train station, which took us quite a while, but we got the Sam coming in both sides of this rail from the top of this hill. Yeah, pretty good. Swap over to a hover pack. There we go. So yeah, there's a pure SAM node in there, which we've got a Mark III miner on it. And then there's another SAM node way up there on top of that cliffside that's pulling another impure node. So we got 2 impure nodes and 1 pure node coming together for 1380. And I've got that marked on the map as well, so we've got 1380. We're using 0 of it at the moment, which is what I'm going to use the markers for, to kind of keep track of how much we're using. But the reason it took me so damn long to do this is because I had to rebuild it like 100 times, trying to figure out the best way to fit this in there, because the main issue I was having was you can't put an intersection right directly attached to an intersection, because that doesn't work. You have to put in a 1.5 foundation piece, because that's the shortest you can build, is about 1.5 foundations. And then we could put the next intersection here to go into the train station, and then trying to fit it into here to where we didn't run into this cliffside over here, coming out of the train station into another intersection. So I decided to attach this intersection directly to the train station, which works perfectly because there's only the main line there's only 2 different directions for the main line, unlike that intersection that has 3 directions for the main line, because we got 2 main lines coming into each other at that intersection down there. So, and this one is going to go out to the blue crater. That's where this rail line has been planned to go, is out to the blue crater here, and then eventually it's going to make its way along this cliff edge here, all the way out to the grasslands. And then this other line that's up here that we started with. We built a couple of bridges up here too. Yeah, good old autosave. I'm starting to get to the point where the autosave's getting decently long, and for me to save, it takes even longer just to manually save. It's just the file is getting pretty big already, so which is nuts. But yeah, we got a couple of bridges going across this river here that we did last time as well. But yeah, this other intersection, this one over here, is going to go off into the other part of the Titan Forest, which is going to go right by these nodes here. We're going to have a train station collecting these bauxite so that we could expand aluminum if should we need to. But yeah, it's gonna go down this way, and then it's going to make its way down this way, because right around this area I think it's somewhere in here. There's a nitrogen gas node there, nitrogen gas well, that has all pier nodes on it, or yeah, well, technically, yeah, pier bits, but it's got pier nodes pretty much stuck to it. They are all piers, so that is what was it, like I don't remember the number. It was like 2,000 or something, or was it more than that? No, it's like 3,000. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been over there, but yeah, and that's where that point of the rail line is going to go. But this one is coming down to the swamp biome, and the reason we're going down to the swamp biome is because we're going to be building our brand new factories out here, either at the end of this week or the beginning of next week, or whichever. We're going to start doing some factories out here. We're going to do all 4 frames out here, so we've got 4 different frames to make out here in this area, out here in this biome. The first frame is going to be the modular frame. And then we've got the heavy modular frame, the fused modular frame, and then eventually the pressure conversion cube, which is also just a frame. And that's where we're going to make all 4 frames out in this area here. And I think that'd be pretty damn cool. Plus, those factories will be a little bit easier to design. You know, it'd be really cool. We should build them all as frames. The factories, just build them all as frames, and then we can be like, that's the 4 cubes out there. Yeah, the 4 cubes. It is a cube factory cubed. Something like that. I don't know. We'll come up with some kind of joke. It's whatever. But anyway, so let's get to it. We need to build this main rail line. This main rail line is going to go into the swamp biome, and it's going to just continue along this path, and it's going to make its way over here and then back up this way, all the way up to the screw line factory, which is going to connect to here. It's either going to connect to here, or it's going to go like this and connect to there. Because there is a train line that comes down this way, like this, but this is all sloped right here. That's all sloped where all those markers are at, so we might have to go this way and connect. You can see one of the screw trains. That one will connect to there. So this will be a full bypass. That way trains that are coming down to the swamp biome from this side of the map for those factories do not have to go all the way this way and then around to get down here. They can just come from this side of the map and just, make their way down this way. So anyway, now that we've explained where everything is going, let's go ahead and get to it. So yeah, this one should go pretty fast. I don't know if we'll get it. I don't know if we'll get the bypass done today. The reason I say I don't know if we will is because the bypass line is once we get past that little cliff right there, we're going to be doing a straight line from that way. So, all right, let's get to it. So yeah, basically I just need to build a train line from here to here. I also need to put in a train station, probably roughly here-ish, right next to these nodes, or maybe over here or whatever, and then the bypass line for that train station will be on this side, so that we can collect these 2 bauxite nodes. Because much like SAM and much like uranium, and nitrogen gas too, and sulfur. I guess sulfur would also be included in that. They're kind of the more rare nodes around the map. There's not very many of them, so you kind of want to collect as much as possible. So we'll be having a bauxite node down here, just in case we want to produce more aluminum. At any point. I don't remember how much aluminum we're producing because I haven't been up to the aluminum factory in forever. Yeah, we'll definitely go up there at some point and put a marker down and then figure out how much aluminum we're making. But I know that we're not getting enough bauxite, but that's mainly just because we're on Mark II miners and I haven't put Mark III miners up there yet since we unlocked them. So, alrighty, let's. So I'm gonna put the rail line from here to here with a train station, and that's basically gonna look like this. Just so you guys get an idea, and then I don't have to, we don't have to waste time building it. I can just build it. Don't have to waste your guys' time. Your guys' time building it, I mean. But yeah, it's basically going to look like this. So on a platform, you've got your bypass rail here, you got your train station, and then in and out, where you can come into this train station from both directions, and you can go out of the train station and go either direction. So that's pretty much what I'm going to build there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. Alrighty then, so now we've got that train line done, got our corner in place, got all of our supports in place for both the mine and for the supports. There's only two mines here, 900 and a 900 and a 300, or sorry, a 600 and a 300, because this is normal and in Empire. We've got 900 total coming into this train station. Not really enough for a train station necessarily. But it is you know, we could just do it. So we've got, you know, bauxite mine 2 here, because we only got one actually going to a train station, so that's pretty nice. Or not, it's, you know, it works. So now we're going to go ahead and continue building across this vast swampland. And I'm thinking, because it's a swampland, I want to keep my bridge at this level. The main line bridge. All the rest of them going down to factories and such are either going to be high up in the air like this, or they're going to be lower, but we're going to have like little split offs and then like spirals. I've done this in the past in Season 3. If any of you guys were here for Season 3, this is kind of what we already did, but we didn't really go into the swamp biome all the way with our rail lines. We will be putting a train station over there because we're going to be collecting uranium here soon. So we're going to be putting a train station down as well over there right by the waterfall. Yeah, because that was very, very interesting. We had that train station down there. We also had, I think we were collecting Caterium over there at that, you know, during Season 3 as well. We had this bridge that came off of this point, but when I was building the train station, I had the train station over here, and we had it really down low, and I was running into this cliff, and it was just a weird type of deal. Oh, what's this? What's a purple slug? Huh. Oof. Still didn't even get to the purple slug. I'm trying not to hurt the lizard doggos. There you go. And my FPS is hurting. Yeah, I hear the spiders, but I don't see them. They must be up there. Right then. I'm just gonna upload that. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be pretty cool because we're gonna have 4 factories out here feeding each other. Like the modular frames are gonna feed the heavy modular frames, and then the heavy modular frames are gonna feed the fused frames, and the fused frames are gonna feed the pressure conversion cubes. So yeah, we're gonna be building all of those out here. Now, some of those factories are probably not gonna be functional, unfortunately. So that's just the way it is. We don't really have the materials necessary right now. Like the fused modular frames need nitrogen gas, and we don't have nitrogen gas anywhere on the map yet being mined, or being, I guess, collected. We will, because we're going to be having nitrogen gas down here, but I don't think there's any, I don't think there's any nitrogen gas down here at all. It doesn't look like it. Because we have a couple of towers. I don't know if we have any towers completely covering this. We'll have a tower out here eventually, though. Just to kind of, you know, have a because we got a radar tower right there. There's one there, and there's one there as well. So covering most of it, but yeah, there's no nitrogen gas out here. I do think there is. There's another node over here, I thought, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's oil, actually. Wasn't there oil out here? Or is that the blue crater I'm thinking of? Maybe. I don't really build a whole lot in this area, so I don't really know the whole thing. But yeah, we're going to be building our train line. We're going to go from here to over there. And I need to find, I think it's that spot there. Is that the gap right there? That looks like the gap right there. Hold on, let me ping it again. Go to the map. Yep, that is the gap we want to shoot for because we want to end up over here. We don't want to go this way and end up running into that corner there. So, all right. So we know where we got to aim, which is right there. I wonder if I could put a marker on the map. Yeah, let's put a big old marker on the map. We're gonna select color. We'll color it red. Select color, large, infinite. I can see the radar towers on my thing. I thought I turned them off. Let me turn off the radar towers as well. Yeah, I don't want to see the radar towers on my compass. I don't want to see the train stations on my compass either. Train stations... Vehicles and trains is fine. Factories... I wonder if I should have factories on my map, or on my radar. Yeah, that actually cleaned up my radar quite a bit. The trains I want to keep on my radar though. But yeah, I'm wondering if I should have the factories on my radar too. I mean, I could always look where they are. I mean, you could see them for miles. It's not like it's a big deal. But yeah, that way I can see where to head, because I want to head over that way. Oh wait, can we put we can put a beam of light, can't we? Highlight marker. Yeah, there we go, look at that. Okay, so now we got a beam of light telling us exactly where we need to be aiming for. Because we're basically, from here, we're going to turn, and then we're going to aim directly at that marker. So I have to remove this real quick. We have to remove both of these. I mean, we're going to have to anyway, so... Alright, so then we'll go foundations, and from here, we're going to be doing the... oh! That's what I wanted to do, I forgot, hold on. Special... Was it Mark 4s we were working with? I think so. And we can work with the Mark 5s. Wait, you can do this. I forgot you can do this. So if you have a blueprint that's for the Mark 1 blueprint designer, and you want to load it into the Mark 2 blueprint designer, this is what you do: is you create a new blueprint. Essentially, you take your blueprint, in this case a bridge, and I want the bridge type E. Yes. Bridge type E. Oh, this is for the Mark II. You can only go up though, you can't go back down to place the blueprint. But yeah, you place your blueprint inside of the new blueprint, and then inside of the new blueprinter, and then you just copy it over and whatnot. But it looks like I already put this on a Mark II, so that's fine. Oh, but I did want to do this. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take our blueprint, our type E, because I want to change the material on this blueprint. So I think the next... Is this centered? Yeah. Okay. And I'm actually going to add to this as well, so that we can actually see it in the fog and stuff. We're gonna divvy it up a little bit, make it look nice. But the material, we're gonna switch this to steel rather than concrete, because there's a lot of moisture in this area, and I think concrete's probably not a good thing to be consistently covered in moisture. I mean, if you're covered in it steel, it's probably a little rust, I suppose. Ooh, should we do asphalt? Nah, asphalt's not as flashy. I like the steel. Yeah, we're gonna do steel. Or grit metal. We'll say that this is a special type of metal that doesn't rust, and is very, very strong. If everybody can accept that. Alright, then we're going to grab the walls. We're going to grab a... I'm going to do this wall here, but I want to do it at this level, so... Do it at this level, yeah. And change this over to... Is that too much? Yeah. Yeah, that's too much. Okay. No. Damn it, switch the material. Steel wall. There we go. Jeez. It's such a pain in my butt. Okay. So yes, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, like I said, we're going to make this look a little bit nicer. Add some like beam supports and maybe some lights too. Ooh, some lights would be pretty cool. Yeah, let me work on this a little bit, kind of make it look a little nicer, and then we'll see. We'll work on from there. Alrighty, so now that we have that done, we're going to take an autosave here, and we're going to go ahead and do start placing this bridge, or at least we need to get the angle right, because this bridge we don't want to have to rebuild it a million times. So we need to get that angle right before we start. But yeah, these are the bottom pieces, and then we've got... Wrong one. Then we got the bridge support. This is like the intermediary in between the pieces. As you can see there, we've actually... I decided to go with kind of a gross green-ish, because it is kind of green down here. Do some green lights on either side, so... I've also got these beams that kind of, pull this bridge away from the other bridge that's in the desert. Get that mic a little bit closer. So yeah, then we can go ahead and... This is the main one. Unload that. So yeah, I put lights along the side of it, on the outside, so that way we can see the bridge from afar. And then on the inside to kind of light up the track as you go by, I guess. We can't put track on this, unfortunately, because the track will not connect together properly, because the track will not sense that there's another track next to it and actually connect them. It's kind of like if you were to take, remember those old like wooden tracks for the train, the little battery-powered train? If you were to take the wooden track and saw off the little puzzle piece on the end and then put those two tracks together, that's basically how that would be for this game. It just would not be properly connected. And in this game, the rail would, or the train would go along that track, hit the edge of the blueprint, and then just stop because there'd be no track there. Because it wouldn't sense that it's connected. It's kind of stupid, but that is how it works. But yeah, let's go ahead and clear this blueprint designer. Let's pick it up, because we're going to start building. So now that we've got our bridge in place, or our bridge design built, ready to go for our blueprints, now we need to figure out the exact angle that we need to go from here towards that marker. So that marker is exactly in the middle. Well, it's close enough to the middle to where we need to actually go that direction. So we're going to take some foundations, and we're going to go with the 4-meter foundations. Well, actually, this one doesn't need to be. Oh wait, yes it does. Never mind, because it's going to be foundation corner here. 1, 2. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, how's that look? Is 6 pretty well aimed? Yes. 6 is pretty well aimed at it. So I'll put that there, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should get us there. I mean, oops. That's right, we need to build our corner first. We can't just go straight into this. So should we do like a 2-tick? Because I did 6, right? So 1, 2. Sadly, it won't let me vertical from there. Let's go. Oops. And of course, immediately I screw it up. You guys know how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I mean, we could do a single as well. Should we do a single? Make that corner a little bit bigger. Just to make it look nice. Need to keep this on zoop mode. No! What is this doing up there? Sorry. Brain is not wanting to work today. Neither is my voice. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Thought that didn't sound right. Like, wait a minute. Okay, so we've turned it 4 ticks now. Or no, 2 ticks, sorry. This is, these are 1 meters, or 1 tick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and we just keep doing that until we get our corner placed. Alrighty then, finally got the corner built. I actually did this one by hand because I was like, it's the only corner of this bridge, so it's gonna be that. So I did end up going 7 ticks. Even though this aims slightly past the line, if I do 6, and it looks like it's aiming perfectly at the line, but when you actually get down there, it's actually going to the left of the line, and this one's going to the right of the line, so either way you're going to end up missing the line entirely. Unfortunately. Yeah, so it's going to be going that way. Plus, if we end up on the left side of the line, we have to do an S-bend to get back to where we need to be. This one, we can just do a left-hand curve. Or we will be doing a left-hand curve, really. But yeah, so now this should lock onto my blueprints pretty easily. Let's use this. Oops. Yeah, we can clear these, can't we? Yeah, I don't remember how to clear them. There used to be a way to clear these. But yeah, I don't remember. I guess what you can do is you can, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And then we'll go to blueprints. And this way we can just go 1, 2, 3. So put the 1 in. Now we need to make sure these are rotated correctly as well. And it looks like we will need an extra foundation. That's fine. Just for the moment. Oh, right. Then we can... Because if we rotate it this way, we end up overlapping blocks. But if we rotate it this way, then we end up perfectly. With the H key, that should be... Oh, that's close, but... There we go. So now we're perfectly lined up with that. Very nice. And now we can get rid of that extra foundation because we no longer need it. Yeah. And we'll just, we'll take our rail lines as we go. Well, actually, we need to get Need to get the actual support in place here. Oops. Put it in blueprint mode. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just pull our rail line down to go to this point and this point. Yep, and then we'll go underneath here because we're close enough. Dang it, I keep pulling it up. 3. There we go. And there we are. Just got to do that. So that makes it pretty easy when you got the blueprints. Easy and fast, because I remember how long it used to take me to do this when we didn't have the blueprinter back in update 8, and we did a few bridges like this. It took forever to build it because you're building it piece by piece essentially. So just like holy freaking crap, man! It took me hours and hours and hours just to build a single bridge, and now I can build this bridge relatively quickly. When we built these train lines, yes, okay, yeah, I did connect the corners with the straight piece. That's right. I actually kind of had to because of where the corner started and where the corner end could not be in the same position on the foundation, because otherwise, then the train line would actually cut into the wall slightly on that corner. So I had to move it. Push it into the corner just a little bit, rather than starting on the edge of the foundation. I had to put it to be in the middle of the foundation. Rather than like this one where it's on the edge, because and it still like comes very, very close compared to this side. That's why you always do a half foundation here, but I'd have to rebuild this intersection and all the supports if I wanted to fix that. And it's not a big deal, so it's it's not too crazy. But yeah, we just continue this until we get to the other side essentially. And I just love how easy this is though. So good. Now we will have to probably use some snowballs here. And you know what? I'll pick up that slug. Why not? And just pull my rail over here. Yeah, just my concern was we'd have a wiggle in the track if we did that corner wrong, but we do not. Because once you get the wiggle, once you get the wiggles in your rail line, it continues until you get it straight, until you get it straightened out. But it will continue forever as long as you keep placing rail down, trying to make it straight, and it's not staying that way. Alrighty, remove some more trees. It's okay. If the trees go into the supports, we'll have to remove them. But yeah, we just go from here all the way to that marker, or it's going to be on the right side of the marker, but we're close enough. Alrighty then, finally got the bridge done. That actually took a little longer than expected, but not too long. Yeah, look at this. When a train goes over, it's going to have this this underglow. Yeah, look at this though. Oh, I love it. It looks good. Yeah, we got a bridge going all the way from one end of the swamp to the other, over to our marker here. I'm actually glad I went right of the marker instead of left, because now that I'm over here, there is raised landmass. Oops. Right there. I should not probably have my gun up. But yeah, there's a raised landmass right over here. So you can kind of see there. With that raised landmass, I would have ran into it if I had, because the bridge would have ended up somewhere over this way. I suppose it wouldn't have been too bad, but I actually like it this way. It's much better. Yeah, and because the way I did this, let's see, but I'm pretty sure a train station is going to perfectly fit on one of these foundations. It won't be weird if I decide to use it as a, wait for that autosave. If I use it as a, yeah, let's give a little look here. If I use this grid, the bridge grid, for factories and train stations. Let's see if the train station is off, because I've been running into this a lot more recently. Let's see if it's off at all. Looks good so far. Let's put a couple more rail lines down. Or another train station down. See if it's still perfectly in the middle. Yep. So I can use the bridge as a guide for putting down factories. That'll make building the rails a little bit easier. Just because that's just the way it is. Just the way I tend to set up is I tend to, when I get to a rail line where I need to put like a factory or a mine or something, like that mine clear over there, I tend to use the foundation that I ended the rail on as a base for setting up the factory or setting up the mine. And oftentimes what's been happening recently especially is I'll run into the situation where I'll put the train station down and I'll look at the train station, and the train station is off by like half a degree when trying to place it down. Like half a degree, it's very minute, it's a very small detail, but if you actually look closely you can see it. And then when you're trying to put down like trying to connect like stuff to it nice and cleanly and it's straight, it just doesn't work, unfortunately. So that's kind of just the old how the old thing is. So yeah, that's just how that is. But yeah, luckily with this one we'll be able to avoid it pretty easily. Alright, so we need to continue the rail line up. We're going to curve up that way and head up this way. Let's get down here, put on my jetpack, and let's go take a look. Yeah, I try not to hold out my my Xeno Zapper anymore. Maybe I should put my Xeno Zapper away, like for good, because I don't use it. So I use my gun or I use explosives. It's like the Xeno Basher. I mean, the Xeno Basher just doesn't do stuff for me anymore. Like, and the only thing it really does is annoy me. It annoys the crap out of me when I'm like this, especially at night with the lumen on. You can see it kind of pulsates. It looks cool, but it's very annoying to constantly be holding that out. So I've been holding out like the gun or the other thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to clear this tunnel right here of uranium as well. But yeah, we can put an intersection. We'll put an intersection like right here on this train line. Oh yeah, because of the wreck, I decided to put a slightly bigger opening. Yep, and then that'll connect us up to this main rail line. And then the rail line going down that way can just be for that factory, which it is now, but we'll put an intersection right here coming out of that tunnel. What I might do is I might come in and curve to the right from, let's see. Don't want to be too close, but I don't want to run into the sidewalls of that trying to turn in. So maybe we go with like right here. Might be, yeah, that's two foundations too many. We'll delete half of the bridge here. Yeah, and then we'll just make that into an intersection. Call it a day. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. And it kind of fits as well, so. Yep, let's, I'm gonna, I don't know if I want to build up or build down. Now, going downhill when you're building rail lines, you always want to go downhill rather than up, really. I mean, you can go both ways if you're using foundations, but it just depends on how your build is, depending on what that is. But yeah, generally want to build downwards, but we might... I might continue to build this way from using that, using the Braille bridge as a guide at that same level, because we're not going to need to slope for a while. Once I start turning this way, I'm going to use the same bridge pieces, and then we're going to end up at that hill, and then we just need to go uphill and connect it there. So, and then the bypass will be complete, and then we can actually finally start to build rail lines branching out to different factories. What I am thinking is having, I think it'd be really cool to have all 4 factories on the south side, well, the southeast side of the bridge, because putting them too close to this, obviously we've got these factories here that still kind of have their influence, I should say. They're already pretty heavily modified with signs and blueprints and machines and stuff. Building all the factories on this side, like we could build all the factories in a line, or we could have kind of just randomly dotted about. I kind of want to spread them out just a little bit though, so then we can have train lines between them. Just have like train lines going back and forth. That would be pretty funny, actually. But yeah, let's say like have the modular frame factory there, because that'll be the closest to get rods. That'll be pretty damn close to get rods, and then heavy modular frames, and then fused frames, and then maybe way over there on the edge we can have the pressure conversion cubes, because the pressure conversion cubes we're going to want on that end so that they can easily get up to that main line over by them cliffs. Get up to that main line so then they can go down to where the nitrogen gas is, and get up that way, and stuff like that. I don't know how we're going to do the nuclear pasta, but we'll figure it out. But once we get those 4 factories completed, then we've got stators, rotors, and motors, and then we've also got the smart plating, the project parts of like smart plating, versatile framework, automated, the automated wiring, and then you've got circuit boards, computers, adaptive control units, and then yeah, there's still tons of factories to build, but yeah. Let me get this connected up through there, and then we'll probably call that an episode. Alrighty then, I finally got this done, like a couple hours later. Yeah, you guys know how long it takes me sometimes to build rail, because I have to rebuild it like 4 times just to get it to work. But yeah, this actually worked out pretty nicely. We got our bridge here. We got the sports going all the way this way, going in between here, and yes, the train does clear this. It doesn't clear it by very much, but it does clear it, as you can see here. You can see we are definitely clear of those rocks. And then, of course, we go down this way, and we start heading down the hill over to the thing. Now, unfortunately, I am unable to put signs on the inside of this unless I do like a beam type thing, which I probably could do. I could do a beam thing like this. Yeah, diagonal. So we could definitely do a beam here if we wanted, and then take ourselves a organization. Take ourselves a sign. This is how we'd have to do it, by the way. Oh, it won't even go to that slope. Yep, it's either this or this. There is no other. Well, couldn't do it anyway, but I wasn't gonna do it anyway because that would take forever. Because this right here, this hill is handcrafted. It's no blueprints. So, but yeah, we got all the signs going down each side. Which this looks rather nice. This nice slope going out to the biome, and then we've got a nice massive bridge. Now, with that though, being connected, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So yeah, next time we'll actually be able to start picking out where these factories are going to be, start building some rail lines out to them. and start getting these factories done. Because for the heavy modular frames and the regular modular frames, we'll be able to get those fully working, I think, depending on what recipes we go with and whatnot. However, the fused modular frame and the pressure conversion cubes are going to have to wait until we get nitrogen gas, but we'll still build the factories out that way. We'll build all 4 factories out here, in the shape of cubes and shape of frames, like we have, or like we were talking about. And I think that'd be pretty cool. I do think that would be really, really nice to do that. But we'll do that all next time. Well, not all of it next time, but we'll do that next time, and see how many factories we can get done for this week. But like I said, yeah, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.